Graeme, is a different sort of game day with the four quarters you played there, but just how pleased were you with the whole exercise out there tonight?
Delighted, Mike, because that's what it was. It was an exercise. Obviously you've seen the running in between, top up with them high speed runs. We're trying to get up to 90 minutes now, so I was really satisfied, because I think it was difficult for the first 60 minutes, really warm and really dry. The boys are used to training on a slicker pitch, let's say. It's normally water and wet, but you have to find a way in football, because that's what the test is, and I think we did. And then the second sort of 60 was a different exercise altogether, and I was really pleased with the players' attitudes.
I think on Saturday you said about taking chances was maybe a little bit an issue on the weekend, but 7 goals, 7 different scorers this time as well. Must be pleased with that.
Yeah, and it should have been more. I think we need to have a 100% record from chances. That's what we're working towards. But no, I'm just generally, I was over the moon. I'm not really looking at. You want to win always. You want to win, and I make that a stipulation. But I'm looking past that as well. It's about where we are physically. The most important thing for me is no injuries. That's the majority got 60 minutes tonight plus. So we're building nicely.
So it was good 60 minutes, and also Ryan got 90, didn't he? So you're sort of phasing a few 90 minutes in there as well. Yeah,
I think Lloyd Jones got 90 at the weekend. Matty got 90. Obviously Ryan's got 90 tonight. There was some 75s out there. Obviously looked after. Matty played 90 at the weekend. Need to look after him a little bit. Sonny just back from a little bit of tightness he felt in his hamstring. But everybody's came through well, so I'm delighted.
Danny Hilton and Dan Potts, are they still a little bit away from playing?
I expected Dan to train. I think he'll probably train on Thursday, so I'm not too worried as long as today's gone okay. Danny maybe the beginning of next week, but again nothing long term. Just the brutality of pre-season sometimes takes its toll on one or two. So, but no, I'm really happy.
Alan Sheehan, is he any closer as well, or is he a little bit further away?
We're going to take Alan to Portugal. Alan will be joining in phases of training, maybe not all of it, but he's getting close. He's done some really good work. He's come through it, so we'll have a good look at him in Portugal.
You had a trialist out there today, Deji Oshilaja. Is he
Very
someone
good,
you're?
Mike.
I know, I was practicing that. Is he looking? Is someone you're looking to bring in, or is it? How did he sort of do you think out there tonight?
Yeah, just I was impressed with him actually. I was impressed with the character. Deji just said, "Come in and train, and let's have a look. You never know. We'll see where we'll take it." He's going to stay with the group, I think, the next 3 or 4 days. But obviously, I didn't make it easy for him. We played the last 30 minutes with 10 men, and on purpose made it a real physical exercise, because I think at that point if we had left 11v11 it would have been difficult. So put him in difficult circumstances, and I thought he did really well.
But he can play centre half and right back, so he's a bit of versatility there as well for you.
Yeah, I've got a lot of versatility. I want some specialists, so we're working towards it. Hopefully won't be far away soon.
So how's that now? I mean, will you be hopeful to bring in any before you go to Portugal, or do you think, is it just a case of when they happen, they happen?
No, I'm hoping to bring 1 or 2 in before Portugal. Definitely 1. It's ongoing, Mike. It's constant. It has to be, because we need bodies. We still take away Deji tonight. There was 18 players there, which obviously is not enough. We need more bodies, so everybody, the whole club's working towards it. We'll get there. We need to be patient. We need to be relaxed about things, because you keep doing your work and keep looking into different situations. The right ones will present themselves. So the last thing we want to do is just jump for anybody, because, as I've said, the effects are long term.
We haven't really asked you about Jack Stacey moving on last week. Now, I mean, obviously with James going and now Jack going, that's 2 big players from the side. Was it not frustrating that he was left, because obviously it's the Premier League have come in, but I mean, is it disappointing to lose a player of that quality? Yeah,
because they're difficult to replace. There's not a load of right backs. I can assure you, we're trawling the market, and I mean, Jack was a pleasure to work with. I met JJ on 2 occasions you could see what a outstanding character he was. You always want to work with the best players from last season, and they would have had a big challenge here as well, still in the championship. So yeah, gutted to lose him, but I thought Martin Graney did really well at right back tonight, and that's been the beauty of bringing him in. He secures you in a lot of positions. He's got great composure and great experience, and defends well. He knows what the league brings. So yeah, just ongoing, Mike looking, trying to strengthen.
And Arthur Reed moved on as well to Brentford. We disappointed he rejected the contract and moved on. Was something you thought you maybe could have worked with?
Yeah, I spoke to Arthur. I had an individual meeting with him. Didn't know lots about him, is the truth, but the people in and around the club were telling me he had talent. I think Arthur just saw maybe a pathway at Brentford that he was going to play under 23s, and I think you need games in order to develop, where at Luton in the minute we're not in that situation, but hopefully in the future we will be. So them little things help you keep players like Arthur Reed, because they can see a pathway with games and development to try and get into the first team.
Just lastly, now obviously head out to Portugal, I think next week. So you're looking forward to getting everyone out there and playing a good friendly out there as well? Yeah, I want to step the quality of the friendlies up now. I think everybody's getting to a good level. We'll get tested on Wednesday tactically, and then obviously we'll get a big test against Norwich, because it won't just be tactically, it'll be physically, it'll be mentally, tactically as well, because I played against Norwich a couple of times last season when I was at West Brom, and they're a really, really good side who play good football as well. So the quality of the friendlies is stepping up, so we need to step up with it.